Oh, there we go.
Is it going?
On today's episode of That Shit's Fucked Up.
There we go. Off to a good start. Everybody good and pissed off this morning? Everybody chose violence when they woke up? All right. Here we go. Today's episode is called The Government, Hitler, and You.
Why?
I don't know. I want to talk about the government and Hitler and you. So,
Those are my three least favorite subjects.
well, we just passed Fort Knox. Tell us about Fort Knox and the state of that community. And tell us about how there's no more gold in Fort Knox, Jay.
Oh, there's no more gold in Fort Knox.
And not because we came through.
Nothing but a massive tank training ground. There's Patton's Museum, a bunch of strip clubs, porn video stores, liquor stores, gun stores. You've never seen a... What?
Never seen one of those before. We passed one. I lamented that I'll miss the opportunity to
What?
go in.
Fantasy World.
Well, that's not like... That was a place that had booths. What are the booths for? Is it a place where you can go and, like, watch porn in public?
Yeah, it's...
That is nasty.
It's like a sample booth.
Oh, it's a sampler. So you're not supposed to just go in there and there's a box of Kleenexes in there and you tip somebody.
No. Well, we know we're in Tennessee, considering that is a high school with a Confederate flag.
Ah,
There you go. That, like, a sign.
good old Graceland.
Memphis, Tennessee.
I have a friend that would love this place.
Proof from the Yankee that country is countrywide.
Country is countrywide. Dixie ain't dead yet. So yeah, what do you guys think about all this COVID going around?
It's not fun.
Awful stuff. You know, viruses, they don't get stronger as they go on. That's not something you see in nature. You look at Marburg, fucking hit real strong, fizzled out. Ebola hit real strong, fizzled out. This COVID ain't fizzling out now, is it?
It's evolving.
We lost a dear firefighter about our age, 28 years old. In Black Mountain.
I'm 68.
All right. Not much to play off of with that one, but yeah, my brother Travis, he used to be a firefighter. He got COVID. His wife absolutely ponied up and saved him. Ordered him a bottle of oxygen. Hospitals wouldn't do much for him. She went online and got the medicine, sat right by him and took care of him, nursed him back to health. But it almost got Travis. That man is a semi.
I was laid up in a hotel room for a couple days out in South Boston, Virginia.
Tell us about that. What was that like?
It was not pleasant.
Did you lose your taste and smell?
I never did. There was like weird shit that wouldn't smell or taste right. And it was like flu-like symptoms for like a day or two. But the big thing was just like the fatigue. Like just being completely drained. I mean, you get up and walk around for 10 minutes and you're out of breath. It still messes with me. I mean, it's been like 5 weeks and there's still just days where I wake up with just absolutely no energy whatsoever. Like, I mean, I'm sure the fact that I smoke cigarettes doesn't help the respiratory aspect. But, I mean, yeah. Like, I'll get out of breath walking up a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, not out of breath, but, like, I'm breathing heavy.
Damn.
It wasn't a pleasurable experience.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would not recommend.
I would not be surprised if we found out later on down the road to somehow sterilize people in the process.
One could only hope.
I think it's absolutely a fucking crowd control measure. Just what human population is like 7 billion. We're not doing a great job of sharing all our resources right now.
Well, that's just the way the world works. I mean, you look throughout history, that's what happens.
Well, it happens naturally, but I don't think this one's natural. I mean, you look at the point of origin, Wuhan, China. It's right on the border of Tibet and India. It literally got released in the thicket place in the world.
I mean, China did just like change their, it's like illegal to have more than like 2 children or some shit there.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's like not a thing anymore. Now you can have like 3.
Those motherfuckers monitor people by their gait. They don't even pay attention to your face anymore. They monitor your skeletal structure as it moves to identify you. That is just not, that's not my style. I hate that. I hope we don't get anything like that going on over here.
I fail to see how that's troublesome.
Well,
like, hear me out. If they're recording your face or they're recording your gait, the problem is not whether they're recording your face or recording your gait. It's the fact that they're recording you.
I'm recording you right now.
Yeah, semi-voluntarily.
Yeah, no, I definitely just drag people into shit.
But I mean, this is just government overwatch. That is not a good way to flag, sir. That is not served safe. OSHA would be very disappointed in you.
This is Tennessee, Jay.
I know.
This is the opposite of China.
China's safety regulations are way less strict than ours.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, they absolutely just stack workers like ants over there on shit.
Yeah, they got plenty of them. They'll stack bodies. They don't feel bad about it.
I really want to, next time I get a large sum of money, take a trip along the southeast. Start in Goa, India, and make my way to just take a look at Mount Everest.
I thought you were talking about Florida.
And
you said the southeast.
And then end up, like China.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying now. I just thought you were talking about Florida.
I want to hit Shanghai. Shanghai is a very, very interesting city to me. I love the skyline. I love the buildings.
See, Asia doesn't interest me that much. Not that I wouldn't go if I had the opportunity. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to travel and like see the adventures and all that. But like, there's other places that I'd want to go first.
Yeah. No, I've already gone to, like, I've hit Africa, I've hit Europe, I've hit Central and South America. I've kind of just got to keep on that Golden Explorer's path and do the East.
When did you go to Europe?
2012. I was in Italy and Greece.
Oh yeah, you went with your mom, right?
Yeah, it was a big old Latin adventure. It was pretty cool though. I really liked the Duomo. I really liked Florence. I would totally fucking move to Florence. That is a cool place for me. Well, let's talk about Hitler.
He was a dick.
Absolute fucking dick. Absolute. But you kind of see where he was coming from. You know?
No. That's
he made heavy errors in.
That's not
in being an affectionate person for sure.
Not,
but he absolutely just fucking got pissed off at his country was fucking the boot hill of the world.
I mean, they were being punished because they killed a shit ton of people, and he got upset.
Yeah.
And decided to kill a bunch more fucking people.
How the fuck did he even, like... He was a fucking painter or some shit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
How the fuck did he get, like, put in that position?
You ever think about the fact that Hitler is literally a fucking supervillain?
Yeah, he is.
And the shitty thing is, if he wasn't so fucking evil, he actually could have done some good shit.
Who does that sound like?
Trump?
Oh, I hate people. The older I get, there's just very few people in life I actually enjoy being around.
walls have set in.
I like trees.
No, trees are fucking dope, man.
I like rocks.
Rocks aren't as cool as trees.
You haven't seen enough rocks then.
Yeah, there's a bunch of rocks I ain't seen.
There's some cool rocks, man.
I believe it. I like that metal bismuth. Fucking makes a square and it's all rainbow colored. I love the science behind things that are rainbow colored. It's the light hits it twice. It literally has like a filmic barrier. It's why what's it called? It's why gas. If you spill gas on a puddle, it turns into a rainbow. It's because the light's getting scattered. Like it hits the surface, bounces back, but it has to go through a film which distorts the light. That's the principle behind bismuth and what's that shit called? I'm no scientist, but it's pretty cool. It's fucking beautiful. And if I saw some more rocks that were iridescent in such a way, I would pick them up and love them.
Alright. You want to talk about otters?
Yep.
So otters are really cool.
Yeah, it's your spirit animal, isn't it?
I'm a fan of the little furry beasts, yes.
Yeah,
so on the subject of rocks and now otters, they got little pouches like kangaroos.
Yeah.
Right? So they eat a lot of freshwater clams. So what they do is they find a little rock, and it's their rock. It's like their favorite rock. And they take it with them everywhere. They stick it in their little pouch, right? Mm-hmm. And they'll swim around, they'll find a clam, they'll pull out their rock, bang, bang, eat the clam.
Bullshit.
Yeah, dead ass.
He just sits there and has a favorite rock. He's like, man, check this shit out, man.
It's like his pocket knife. Everybody walks around with a pocket knife. The otter's got rocks.
Now I just want to give some pyrite to a fucking otter, and that'll be what gives me my wings.
There you go.
That'll be the final good deed. It's just like, man, check out, it's got like a bunch of lumps and it's shiny, and you're going to be the coolest otter in the pond.
So, otters are also like very loving in their community. So what they'll do is they'll find a partner, like a lady otter, or just like a buddy. It'll be like their best friend otter. They're like, you're my boy.
Oh yeah.
And so he'll like swim or crawl or whatever up to him, makes some little squeaky noise. Then he pulls his favorite rock out, and he'll hand it to the dude or the lady, and the other otter, they've got a favorite rock, so they understand what's going on. They're like, oh, that's your favorite rock, and otter's like, yeah, I want you to have my favorite rock.
They give it.
They'll give it to the otter.
And they trade rocks.
Yeah.
One otter end up with 2 rocks.
Yeah. No. Well, most of the time they trade back and forth. Sometimes I guess some asshole's like, I'll take your rock and you are not getting mine. But it's like just this fucking crazy, awesome, cute nature gesture where like the otters reciprocate and understand like this rock means the world to you and you're giving it to me. So I'm gonna give my world to you as well.
Well, ain't love grand?
Yeah. Also, when they sleep, they hold hands so they don't float away from each other.
Aw. Well, now I like otters.
They're badass little creatures.
Yeah.
Well,
your turn, kid.
What does an otter taste?
Do what?
You don't eat otters.
Why not?
You don't eat otters.
Why not?
Would you eat a bald eagle?
Maybe.
Shut the fuck up.
I've killed so many otters. I feel bad now. I did have a trapping phase in my early years.
You don't trap otters.
They're nuisances, and you will get.
They're not.
Golf courses will pay you to come and get otters.
And you relocate them. You don't murder them.
They have nice pelts. Russia and China will buy pelts. Like coyotes go for like $100.
Yeah, that's fine. Kill all the coyotes.
My brother
Scorched
Aaron,
earth.
My brother Aaron trapped a black coyote one time. Made a pretty penny off that one. I don't condone trapping. It's something I used to do. Just because I grew up in an Appalachian mountain culture.
I mean, trapping doesn't necessarily bother me depending on what you're trapping.
Well, we did creeks and streams and beaver. We got a lot of beaver and mink, muskrat, and occasionally an otter. But we kind of had a competition going with the land traps to see who could get like the best fox and coyote, and we were always after a bobcat. We never fucking. My brother got a bobcat, got it stuffed, and fucking sits in his living room all snarling and pissed, and reaching for his children. Taxidermy is awful. Like, the only reason that I would put taxidermy in my house is to frighten children so that no kids ever fucking come visit me. Just a
Why
bunch
would
of
kids be visiting?
I have like 14 nieces and nephews. I love them to death, but like, maybe my house wouldn't be the place to go. Just have a bunch of
I'll
have a
come.
bunch of dead things just looking at you.
I'll come visit y'all, when I feel like it. But you guys don't come into my house wrecking my shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We'll see each other at Christmases and Thanksgiving, and I'll watch you grow up a year at a time.
I'll give you some money and talk about how big you are.
I'll write you some books. They may be entertaining, they may be awful.
They may give you nightmares.
Oh yeah, no, my stuff's pretty dark.
Well, look at the source.
Yeah, nah, not exactly the best person. But
I'm not exactly the best person. I'm a saint.
yes, you are. That white cowboy hat and you. I can't believe we went to Harlan. It kind of sucks because we blew our load way too early. There's no fucking way we have a cooler adventure than Harlan.
I'm pretty sure you're the only one who had a cool adventure in Harlan.
Yeah, I love dangerous, like awful
We're
circumstances.
going to Memphis. We're about to have a pretty good adventure.
Yeah, what is Memphis going to be? I've never been to Memphis. Jay, you say it's a shithole?
It's basically a dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire. Well, that's my middle name.
On a scale of 1 to Statesville, I'd say it makes Statesville look like I don't know, Norway.
All right, yeah, that's a respectable, gentlemanly country. Never been to Statesville, so I'm still lost in context here.
There's not enough time on said podcast for me to get my anger out of my despise for Statesville.
Yeah?
Most who know me know it's a sore subject.
All right. Yeah, how much time is left on the podcast, Jack? We're shooting for 55 minutes, I suppose.
It's only been 18 minutes.
Oh, damn it. We are trapped with this. You guys ever read that book, War of the Worlds, H.G. Wells?
I don't know how to read.
I don't read.
I went to public school.
Well, you motherfuckers are literally in books now, so. But these,
I
these
can
water-
be in it. It doesn't mean I have to read it.
You're the first character I put in a book. You're a one-armed captain.
Yeah. How did I lose my arm?
I just leave it up to the reader is more powerful than the writer. You however you interpret it is correct. Is the way I see it. But a lot of times people will read meanings into things that I never intended. Will you shut up?
If I buy your book and it's like fucking, just like big spaces of, here's this story, and then like, imagine the fucking rest. Like, what kind of book is that?
Don't worry, the second one has pictures.
Like half details?
The third one, you can draw in the lines. There's even a word search.
Yeah. Fourth one's just a tablet with some games on it. No, but I was gonna say these water towers remind me of the big fucking tripods walking around in that book.
Ah.
That book has some beautiful symmetry. The opening lines of that book is, let's see if I can remember it.
Oh shit, there's aliens, we're all gonna die?
Well, basically. But no, it said, no one would have believed in the early years of the 20th century that human beings were being watched and scrutinized by minds infinitely superior to their own.
Well, that just makes you feel kind of dumb. It's like Mr. Lunsford's math class all over again.
No, man, you had the cruelest things to say about that, man. What did you say one day when we were out of school and you were just like, when we were bitching about his breath, and you're like, yeah, well, he goes home and eats that horse pussy every night now, doesn't he?
I don't recall saying that.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things you push out because it's bad.
15-year-old me was not a nice person.
Oh, yeah. No, and then the line in the book goes, being watched and scrutinized as mankind would scrutinize the things which swarm and multiply in a drop of water. They were being observed by minds vast and cold and unsympathetic. That's the opening line. He literally shows you in the opening line how the book is going to end, because he's the foreshadowing or the allusion to the drop of water. Humanity throws its best at these attackers, and we can't fucking do shit about it. Like, they come in, they just march all over the face of the earth, and then they catch fucking the flu or the cold. Is some microbes of our planet that they didn't prepare for. And that's why the book's called War of the Worlds, because the aliens are fighting us, while the germs that we're used to, symbiosis with us, are fighting them. And it's just so fucking cool.
So wait, the aliens die because they get sick?
Yeah, we can't kill the aliens, but nature does.
That's pretty wild.
Isn't that fucking cool? That's one of the first science fiction books ever written, H.G. Wells. He's a brilliant man. Brilliant man. He wrote The Time Machine. He writes little novellas. His books aren't truly novels. But The Time Machine, this dude built the time machine. It's got like pedals and wheels, and he doesn't go into the science of it at all. He's just like, I fucking did it. Anyway, it gets stuck on going to the future, like it can't go back to the past, so he just severs all relationships and goes and observes humanity thousands and thousands of years out, where humanity has split itself into two types of beings. Morlocks, which are these giant hairy ape sons of bitches with all the technology and all the power, and then the Inoli and something like that, where they're all the beautiful people, but they're stupid, and so they're raised like cattle to be eaten or to be used in nefarious ways by the other one. But the point is, like, he kind of looked at the turn of the century, where humanity's building a working class for the factories and an elite class with like country clubs, and he's like, this is going to, if Darwin is correct, eventually split us into very different beings. Damn, I can really trail on about some shit.
We're going right.
Well, I did not.
Here we go.
I did not look before I did that.
Oh no! What is that? Oh, that's your phone, not mine.
Well, check it out, man. It might be after me. I might have said the wrong things on the podcast.
Amber Alert, Nashville, Tennessee. Child abduction. Oh no.
Damn it, they got another one.
I
like
mean,
that bit on Family Guy where Peter Schmidt's like, how do you turn those off? Alright, another subject. Jack, help us out here. We're struggling. We got dead air.
You're always struggling.
Yeah, well, that's my... Yeah, no. Jimmy, you are always down.
Turning signals on.
What'd you say?
What?
Turning signals on.
Oh, god damn it. I'm wearing red glasses. I can't see green
You
things.
ever have a hot teacher you wanted to fuck?
Miss Dost. Miss Dost was our Spanish teacher, and I absolutely was coming of age in her classroom.
Well,
I wanted her to speak Spanish to me. That was my fantasy.
I think my English teacher would have let me fuck her. That's the
Oh,
thing.
that's so scary. Yeah, honestly, teachers can get real fucking creepy.
This is a horrible conversation.
This is a great one for me.
I love this, Jack.
Why'd you let the
in.
kid pick a subject?
We have secondhand lying to this son of a bitch in a dark direction. We are responsible for this.
Oui. You speaking French over there?
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have much respect for teachers.
I have wanted to fail that class just to Have her again.
Just to have her again? Jack, did you do something bad that you haven't told anybody about?
No, but I like that teacher.
Did it involve a gas station and some rat shot?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I said something really mean to Jay the other day. He was making fun of me for being weird. And I told him that I hope his story ends with him beating off in gas stations and getting shot at by hillbillies with rat shot. And I don't think we've repaired our friendship since.
And we made it 1.5 podcasts before we got canceled.
Oh, we are going to get canceled. That is the goal of this whole thing.
No, whose goal?
My goal. You can't cancel something that's not well known yet.
I don't want people to know me.
I end up.
Remember like 10 minutes ago when I was talking about how I dislike everyone? Yeah, why do I want more people to know me so I can dislike them? I already have a long enough list.
Your hatred fuels me, Jay. It fuels me.
I am the angriest, oldest man.
You are one of the angriest people I have ever met.
Probably.
Hold on now.
I didn't used to be.
No, the world comes and changes people, now doesn't it?
I don't know at what point in my life I went from like being happy all the time to just being this.
Just this pissed in a cowboy hat and fucking passenger side of the seat. Enjoy your youth, Jack. It just gets worse.
Let's not say it gets better for some people.
Yeah. Like George Bush.
It's gotten better for you.
No, it really hadn't.
I mean, I feel like you're a happier person now than you were.
I'm deranged. That's pretty pleasurable.
You've always been deranged.
Well, I'm even more deranged now.
You came out the womb with your head turned backwards like a demon in a horror movie.
No. No, yeah. As long as I can remember, I've always been. How would you? Not antisocial, but.
No, I'd say antisocial's a good one.
Antisocial.
And then you combated your antisocialness by being extra.
Yeah, no,
and extra you were.
No regards for social norms. No regards. And I fought the school system as soon as I woke up and with the consciousness that I was in 3rd grade and this was pretty much a 12-year sentence that I'd served 3 years of. Well, I just went nuts. I did not like my confinement, my daily confinement, my torturers. That's how I saw it. You know, I wasn't really considering that they were trying to teach me something. I just kind of looked at the walls and was like, nope, I belong in the woods.
You know, I hated school too. There was a point I looked forward to going to school just to look at that teacher's ass.
What's her name?
Mrs. Hunt.
Mrs. Hump?
Hunt?
Hunt me. Hunt me. Somebody hunt me.
And she was a cunt sometimes, so.
Hey, language. You're a child.
That's my favorite word.
Cunt?
Told me not to say it.
I love the word cunt so much. The Australians have a deep affection for it.
I know. I think it's so funny how like it's not a swear word in Australia.
No, it's a term of endearment.
Like you literally, you'll walk down the road and have some 5-year-old walk up to you and be like, "Hey, cunt," you know, and it just is what it is. You know, I can just imagine like this 80-year-old Southern lady, you know, that goes to take her dream vacation to Australia, and some little 5-year-old walks up and calls her a cunt, and she just has a heart attack and falls over dead right there because she's just so confused and mortified.
I don't know what went wrong. I called him a sick cunt. He died. I've definitely made massive social errors by trying to port the word cunt as a term of endearment into our society. Kip's got an awesome girlfriend. She goes and runs marathons all up and down the East Coast.
She does not like that word, does she?
Well, she has this little dog, and she calls it Dobby because it looks like a house elf. And On my birthday, we all went down to this swimming hole, and I got drunk and called the dog a cunt. And she has not let that go. It was a term of endearment. I was just being like, oh, you little cunt. But it was just too...
She did not like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Today's episode is much fouler than yesterday's.
Today's episode is brought to you by the letter C. Now, see here. We'll say whatever we want. Put it on the internet.
Go right.
Oh, shit.
It's cool. One of us will pay attention.
Yeah, no.
I got you, buddy.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody does. Where are we going, left or right?
You are going right.
Not anymore. My lefts and rights are interchangeable.
Oh, Lord. Buckle up, boys. We're going for a ride.
Jack, do you never wear your seatbelt?
Jack, you not wearing your
He
seatbelt?
doesn't wear the seatbelt light's been on the whole trip. I haven't said anything until we put them on the air.
Jack,
I've not worn a seatbelt since day one.
put your seatbelt on.
I know he's living on the edge. I like his style, actually.
Put your seatbelt on.
Oh, yeah, we are
I don't
adults.
wear a seatbelt when I drive.
Okay, well, guess what? You're not driving. Put your seatbelt on.
It's technically my
That's
fault
not
if
gonna
you
last
die.
long.
I mean, I'm ADD as hell. I'm going to forget about it in 10 minutes. Just
Yeah.
do me the favor and put your seatbelt on.
You better forget about it because
I better forget about it because what? Because what?
Oh,
You
he's-
go ahead and finish that sentence.
Oh, he's
I
coming
wear a
back there.
seatbelt for fucking all day.
You want my belt or yours?
Bend you over the knee.
Oh.
God, I fucking hate seatbelts.
Yeah, I know, because you hate being alive. We get it. But you're not allowed to die on my shift. Wait till you get in Chase's truck.
Yeah.
I didn't wear a seatbelt there either.
And that's fine and dandy, bud. I don't care what you're doing. I'm not around.
I'll just wait until you're not paying attention.
That's what did I just say? I literally just said do that.
David, don't
Yo.
rat me out.
Do what?
Don't rat me out again.
I ratted you out on the internet, man.
He wanted the whole world to hear you get chastised.
Saved it the whole time. You're like that kid in the magic school bus that don't want to go nowhere or do nothing.
To the 4 people that will ever actually listen to this, wear your damn seatbelts.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Public
though.
safety message from Jay. How about that? That's a surprise for the day.
There are some things in life that I do that are very dumb and very risky, and I do them on a regular basis. But a really simple way to not die or get permanently fucked in your life is wearing your seatbelt.
Listen,
All right, no, you listen. You could die, and then who cares? You're dead. Or
Exactly.
you could get in a horrible wreck and be shitting in a bag the rest of your life.
That is also a
But-
possible future.
That's the thing. If you wear your seatbelt, you run the risk of surviving and just being fucked up the rest of your life. Or you could just fucking die and not have to worry
I am
about
Okay,
gonna, I am
but-
gonna wreck you at 35 miles an hour, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're not gonna win this argument.
I would much rather fly out this window and land in a tree somewhere.
You're gonna fly through my best friend. Consider that. If you survive that, you'll
And
have
then-
me to do it.
And then we have to deal with the trauma of fucking scooping your corpse up off the side of the road.
I don't really get trauma anymore. I'm full up. It's like a bucket. Once it hits the rim, it just flows over.
I don't have enough shovels.
No.
Yeah, he big. He's like Samson that cut his way out of a placenta.
Well, that got dark.
Yeah, that's not dark.
Where is she coming from and where is she going?
I don't know, man.
We are in the middle of nowhere. How is there just someone walking down the road?
Yeah.
There's literally nothing but corn and cotton.
If we picked her up, it would totally go Fear and Loathing. She'd be like, check it out, I just do pictures of Barbara Streisand all the time.
Probably didn't suck dick good enough and got kicked out of the semi.
Jack,
I'm just saying. It was a thought.
I would like to reiterate that today is taking quite the turn.
I really like this. I'm glad that I did this crazy thing.
I'm not glad that my brain is allowing me to speak more.
Yeah, no, you definitely have come out of your shell a good bit.
Oh, God damn it. What is this? It's green.
I can't. I have red glasses on, Jay. The colors don't matter.
Okay, then take them off.
No, man. The kid wants to die.
Okay, well, I don't.
No, but you can, honestly, you can just kind of tell, like, they're three different. You know that the top one is.
Yeah, I know. I know. Colorblind people can drive too.
I fucking love these glasses. I wrote down the story of how I got these glasses the other day. This chapter called Add It to the List of Towns I Can Never Go Back to.
Yeah, you read it to the child.
Yep. And what'd he say? He was just like, I have no idea.
Yeah, what did you say? You're just like, I have absolutely no idea what you just said.
Yep.
I have no context for this adventure.
To be fair, you probably did not give him a precursor because you'll just start reading.
It's like the 13th chapter or some shit in my life story.
Like, at the beginning didn't make sense, so I couldn't really understand any of it.
No, I worry about that sometimes. Like, am I just kind of babbling and, like, no one really gets what the fuck I'm saying? Because that could be real.
Sometimes I feel like I'm like a drooling retard, but I just don't know it.
Do what?
I said sometimes I feel like I'm a drooling retard, but I just don't know it.
Yeah,
Ignorance is bliss.
I really wonder if I'm going to end up as a homeless person, like one of those really, like, loquacious homeless people that just, like, you know, they got an interesting story, but it take me $5 and go away.
Well,
Yeah, that's probably going to be how I end up.
all right then.
The government's farming homeless people.
Is it really?
What?
Back to the government, huh?
Yeah, they're like, you know that shit where it's like $1 and you help a homeless person eat?
Yeah.
Well, now they're just getting more and more homeless people, right? And they're getting all this fucking money,
They're building a super weapon with
and they're
homeless
doing fucking nothing. Like, the homeless people are still fucking... There's just more homeless people, that's it.
So London,
That's a stretch.
London in 1940 had a very cruel system of dealing with transient and homeless people. George Orwell wrote about it in his book Down and Out in Paris and London, where he joins the homeless people, but they have a thing where, like, you can stay in a shelter, but you can't stay in the same shelter more than 2 nights. And they'll give you, like, a little tea and some cigarettes and, like, a small meal and a place to
We
stay.
do very similar things here.
But, like, that forced them on a march around the city. Like, they literally kept marching around the fucking city to get to the next one, and then they'd lock them up at night. That is one of the most cherishable books I've ever read, Down and Out in Paris and London.
We literally do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. It's very relatable, especially if you've worked in a kitchen. If you've worked in a kitchen, you'll absolutely fucking die laughing at, like, the fact that these characters have not changed, and this culture is universal from Paris in the fucking 30s to fucking now.
I just want a piece of land in the mountains somewhere with some goats
You gonna Kenny Ford up?
and just not ever have to see or talk to anyone ever again.
Yeah, man. We roll up on you, you're splitting logs, and I'll be like, Jay. You'll look up from your sweaty ass aviators, and I'll be like, you're the only person for this mission. You're the only man that can stop the horrors that are going on in Taiwan right now. We need you, Jay. And then you'll look out at the bitter frosting sunset, and you'll whisper back, no.
Shortest movie ever.
Dun dun dun.
You
Jay's
thought
not
this
gonna-
was gonna be an action flick? Wrong.
Yeah. Just turn them down. Like, the whole rest of the movie's just you, like, trying to make some coffee on a fire.
Yeah. talking to my goat,
We go out and get killed.
and I go to bed and sleep fine.
Wise choices. Make them.
What's the appropriate level of dead silence? Like I don't know. I don't listen to podcasts because I just don't give a shit about people talking.
This is why this is great.
But I mean, like to the average person, I wonder like how long of a dead silence is just like too long? Because I imagine that if somebody actually gives a shit enough to hear another person talk about absolutely nothing, the whoa, that's a massive car graveyard that's completely overgrown.
Oh my god.
That is wild. Look at all of them.
Fuck yeah, man. I kind of want to jump over all that.
Can't see the leaves for the cars.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's Last of Us as fuck over there.
And a random like train car in the middle of them.
Probably somebody sleeping in it.
I would hope so.
Probably got one of them sticks with a little knapsack.
You remember the Boxcar Children?
Yeah.
Those were some cool
Remember
books.
they went out and solved that ghost dog mystery and that was the only fucking cool one they had?
No, I don't actually remember the books. I just remember they lived in a train car
Yeah.
and you know, were basically like children hobos. They were probably actually menaces to society looking back now.
Like these mysteries don't need to get solved at all. They're just like poking themselves into like adult affairs.
Oh, the stinky hobo kids. We got to be nice to them. They don't know.
Yeah, they're just running around unshowered solving mysteries.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's like, were the mysteries even real, or did the townsfolk
Yeah, was there a ghost dog or they just hit some shrooms?
Yeah, they went foraging in the woods and they found the wrong loaf of bread, if you know what I mean.
Do you remember the best Christmas pageant ever with the fucking Herdmans?
Yeah.
The Herdmans are the Greens.
Oh
100%.
man, they are.
The fucking all the way down to the cat with like one eye.
Yeah. That's you. You're the cat with one eye.
Ugh. Way to insult my nearly transcended consciousness, Jay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, where are we at, Jack? When do we get off this train?
We're at 43 minutes.
Oh, yeah,
17 to go.
yeah, we can finish with a grand finale.
I feel like this train's about to derail. Actually, I take that back. I think it derailed and somehow managed to hop back on the track for a minute, but we'll see how long that continues.
Well, let's take it back off. So you time travel, and you pop up behind Hitler while he's doing his paintings.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
shoot him in the back of the head, or do you bring him
I
back
add
with you?
I add a little extra color to that painting is what I do.
No, I wouldn't kill Hitler.
Would you kill Hitler as a baby?
No, I don't think so.
Well, you just said you wouldn't kill him at all, so that's
I
even
think we take him. I think we bring him back to the future, and then if he still has the same fucked up ideas,
You just educate the man? You just go full humanity with it?
I mean, he was probably a genius. He was just a fucking psychopath.
Well, I see. The thing is, it wasn't just Hitler, so I feel like
It wasn't just Hitler.
when it
was,
comes down
was
to
a social
it,
sentiment.
yeah. So when it comes down to it, in reality, if you killed Hitler, there'd just be another Hitler. So like, I feel like that part's inevitable, and unfortunately, in this world, you have to have evil people to, to learn. Yeah, I mean that sounds weird and shitty, but like, it's just.
I mean, somebody had to decide to cut open a dead fucking body and fucking.
Yeah, I mean, and
What the fuck? What in the goddamn hell are you talking about? I can't
Leonardo
hear you
da
back
Vinci.
there. Oh, yeah, discovering anatomy.
Yeah, I don't know if he knew it was Leonardo da Vinci,
I remember learning about it. I just couldn't remember the fucking who it was.
he was a ninja turtle that lived in a sewer,
Yeah.
and he was all about some pizza.
Yeah, he's a big fan of pizza. You got taught everything he knows about rat.
Wasn't that the motherfucker who designed like fucking planes and shit?
He had concepts for flying machines that wouldn't work.
And time machines.
Time machines?
Yeah.
I don't think time is an alterable source. I don't think we'll ever get to that point.
I think it's just speed.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can
Well, I mean,
change change the effect of time on you through gravitational forces and speed.
Einstein,
but that's not going backwards.
Well, but see, that's the thing. Time travel is time travel. So Einstein pretty much proved, theoretically, that time travel is possible. It's just only possible in one direction.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. That's what I'm talking about. Is going.
You can go
going
forward.
backwards.
You can't go back.
No, yeah. I think that's why. I think that's whole. He hit a lot of infinities in his equation, and in physics, when you hit an infinite number, you fucked up because infinity does not exist in our concept of the universe. So when he's talking about like a black hole and it's just like it's infinitely dense, like I don't think so. I think what you would find at the center of a black hole will be a Tetris of atoms, and atomic particles splayed open, like just literally stacked like Tetris blocks on top of each other. It'd be the hardest surface you'd ever hit at the fastest speed you'd ever hit, but I think that it is finite at the end of the day.
I don't. I disagree.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I just want it to.
Now tell us about astronomical physics, Jay.
Well, don't be a dick. But no, I mean, why not? I think maybe I just choose to want to believe that, you know, you shoot me through, it comes out somewhere else. You know, it's just something. I just know that there's so much in life that cannot be explained that, you know, with people as smart as we have, the resources we have, if we can like look at something and be like, yeah, we're pretty sure this is what it does, it's probably what it does. Like when scientists are willing to admit that we know this happens, but we don't know what happens after that, that's like one of the most true things I can ever believe in my life.
Absolutely. I have so much respect for people that at the end of the day are just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy for our egos to get in the way of like, oh yeah, I know that. But like, or at least I have like confident views on that. But like at the end of the day, I got no fucking idea what the fuck's going on in a black hole. I got no idea what happens after death or if there is a Lord. I've pissed that dude off if he exists, but I don't think he does. Definitely don't think there's any light at the end of the tunnel for us.
That's dark.
Yeah.
Well, that is the opposite of light.
Well,
so yeah.
Today's episode was brought to you by the darkness of my soul. Where are we at, Jake?
48 minutes. You know, I just want to fuck a bitch from another planet. That would be awesome.
The galactic bestiality. What are you gonna?
I'm done.
He wants him a trifamidorian there. I can't blame him, man. Vonnegut made them quite attractive.
I'm done. Have you seen Total Recall?
Yeah.
No, I know you have. You haven't?
I've heard of it.
It's a horrible movie.
Oh, the three-tittied woman?
Yeah, that's where I'm going. So there's it's like an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and there's this girl in there that they made a third paper mache boob, and they put it in the middle of her too, and that's all I can think about right now is you just sitting in some intergalactic bar drooling because you don't know how to talk to her, but you're just I don't know. That's,
3 titties seems good to me.
I'm done. I'm over it. I'm over it all.
Get us to the 55-minute point.
Today was a horrible podcast.
If we have the power of time travel us to the end of this conversation.
Yes.
I'm gonna lose my virginity to a fucking alien.
If I saw an alien, I would just run up and kick that thing. Can you imagine how terrifying it would be if you're just like taking out the trash one day and like if something like 12 foot tall and like clearly not human is just standing under a light post, like slowly moving towards you? Like, how would you react? Would you run away like most people do? Or like me, I would go.
I'd probably just shoot it.
Man, I would absolutely just go and like try to communicate with it or like attack it.
I'd just be like, that thing's 6 foot tall, I'm not outrunning it, and I'd try to see if it eats people, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna see if it's a female.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh my God.
Oh, I need help.
Everybody who listens to this podcast.
Nobody listen to this
Is
podcast.
now dumber because we did this.
I do not approve.
We're doing it again tomorrow.
I want to make it very clear. I do not condone today's episode.
I do.
Jack has got some very strong opinions.
It's ginger approved.
He had no soul.
Why is this happening?
Turn it off, Jack. Turn the radio off.